Now, this man, the new man on the block, he only could go back to the days of Plato. At least that's what he wants us to think, because he knows around that time is when he came into to be civilized. Now we know something that he don't know, but he may know it, but he refused to accept it, and some of us refuse to accept it. So, but let's just deal with over there in Plato, Greek philosophy and whatever. You could go anywhere. You ask them about philosophy on the YouTube, you go there, you'll see Greek. You ask them about anything, it starts in Greece. Caucasian, European. But he don't tell you that the Greeks were studying ancient Kemet. Now, just due to that alone, he has no authority over you. Because he don't have no history of you being a caveman. He don't have no history of you coming out being a one cell, coming out of a one cell animal or whatever, amoeba, comes from the water, or even a caveman, even an ape. He don't have no history or none of that about the Aboriginal on either continent being a caveman, but yet still he say you primitive. But you built the pyramids. But now he want to say he built the pyramids. But now how he gonna say he built the pyramids? He already gonna say Greece was his beginning of a civilization, knowledge. He recognized that as called. He don't say nothing about the Egyptians and the pyramids and their sciences until recently. It's not matching up. If you got some sense, you got to be the judge nowadays. You got to be the sheriff. You got to be the posse. You got to be the jury. You got to be all of that, because you allow a corrupt, ignorant individual. He's not ignorant in the sense of he's not a smart and wise man, because he studies day and night. He do have sense. And he did have enough sense to put us to sleep. And you could tell the way we going around here now, in 2017, some of us are still asleep. Now, the man he has a gangster mentality. I'm talking about the Caucasian. Mankind. He says he's mankind in the dictionary. Mankind, a kind of a man. What I just read in my last video about where he says he's come from. He said he come from the Caucasus Mountain, mankind. It says that in the dictionary. He says the Aboriginals came from, he didn't say where they came from. He just said they primitive and they savage. But he said they're the original inhabitants of the planet Earth, or whatever land mass they're on. But he don't say that he's the original man. He said he's the Caucasian, because he comes from the Caucasus Mountains over there in Europe. But he gives a diagram of how he thinks he came about through amoeba, one cell organism that developed into a gorilla, and then that turned into a caveman, then that turned into what you call modern man. He's supposed to be modern man. It got more sense than the Aboriginal who's been on the planet. He don't even know how long the Aboriginal been on the planet. But it must have been years and years. He done traced the bone structure of the Aboriginal man back a couple of million years. So he know that the first man was a black man, but he said the man is primitive and a savage. So he said, I'm primitive and y'all primitive. Now he still classifies himself as human. Now you look up that word hue is reference to color, but it's not color, it's a hue. And man, is the early stages of origins of that means mind, M-I-N-D. So hue mind, that's all we are. He represents himself as being mankind. This is coming out of his own mouth. You can go and look it up in the dictionary. Now, he flipped the script on us. In the Bible, it said that in the beginning of Genesis, it said that the Satan or the serpent was running game on Eve, told Eve, don't believe what God say. You're not going to die, but you'll be gods like him, So he was running game. He was running a kind game on Eve. And she started listening to him, and then she ran game on an old man. The old man started listening to his woman. And when God came on the scene walking, they said he was walking, calling out their name. He said, what's up with y'all? And then they had on some fig leaves. He said, why you wearing them fig leaves? Because he said, I told y'all not to eat of that tree where the serpent be at, but y'all went on ahead and did it, didn't you? He said, so I'm gonna cast y'all out of paradise. That has many layers and many different meanings to it. You could apply that story right there to you could say the woman influences her man, and the devil influences the woman. Or you could put it like this, that Satan or the serpent hypnotized us or ran game on us, got us thinking his way, got us thinking his mindset. You could think of it like that. He ran game, what you call the power of suggestion, persuasion. This is how he do nowadays. In his court system, he using the power of persuasion. He argues his case. This is all your scholars do. They gather up evidence, and whoever has the best scholarship use the power of persuasion or have an argument when they have those debates. Now, my only beef with that is that the black scholars have started eternalizing or doing a whole lot of infighting or in-beefing among themselves, see. This is letting him public, he's really the Caucasian is really public enemy number one. Because he goes around starting wars, starting fights with people, taking their land, just killing them, just killing people for the hell of it. So he's public enemy number one, but he got everybody bluffed out, psyched out, thinking that he's the biggest and baddest cat, and he's above the law, and he got everybody froze in their clothes. They scared to touch him, mess with him, or say something to him. And he even got the Aboriginal man scared. So all y'all young cats out there who think y'all bad and stuff like that, y'all talk bad to y'all people. Y'all dish y'all people, beef with y'all people, but y'all scared to beef with him. I mean, he shoot us down in the streets. They get off. They go into churches and shoot you down. and they don't shoot them down. They walk out of there. But let a brother be jaywalking or something, say something smart to the cop. This cop is killing because authority. See, he got authority. He put that authority on you. Got it in your mind, in your subconscious mind, that he's the authority on everything, and you the primitive savage, and now you acting like that amongst one another. Now, am I right or wrong? You be the judge of that, what I'm saying. And all y'all guys, you know, I don't know if y'all YouTube, if YouTube got y'all paid off or whatever, but y'all keeping this mess up with Polite, Sinetta, and Young Pharaoh. All them House of Conscience cats. That's all y'all been talking about. Y'all don't forget about Trayvon Martin and the brother Brown and all the rest of the brothers that got and sisters too. They got killed when everybody was marching, you know, and protesting. Y'all don't forget about that. Now y'all on the Trump a little bit. Y'all ain't too much talking about him. Now y'all just on Polite now. What Polite done? Polite a lightweight. Said they lightweights, man. Y'all ain't even got to get on them. Pay attention to them. I mean, if y'all want to, you know, spend y'all money and whatever, and get beat out y'all money, that's y'all fault. You know, in 2017 or 2016, y'all should know the game by now.